welcome to another episode of
Smiling While Struggling.
I'm your host, Cinder Malwood.
And I'm Faith Spinell,
our co-host. And today we're going to be talking about
glow-up culture.
Okay, to start off, how are you doing today, Faith?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for this episode to come out.
Mm-hmm.
We have been doing a few lives recently, and every time we hop on, we're like, yeah, it's going to come out later this week. And I feel like people are losing faith in us. So,
literally faith.
We are recording, and hopefully it'll be uploaded soon.
Yes, it will be, guys. As soon as you are watching this, it's probably uploaded. No, I'm joking. So yeah, my day was pretty good. You know, went out with little Miss Faith, went to get some burrito balls. Well, I got a burrito
balls.
Got a burrito bowl, and she got a burrito. Mm-hmm. No, actually, I didn't get a burrito bowl. I got nachos. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
We ate.
We're good. We're satiated. We're happy. And we're here. We actually talked about a lot of different things before we hopped on the podcast today. Therapy and therapists and things like that. It was very interesting to learn from Faith and share experiences. But yeah, let's get into the meat and potato. What is glow-up culture?
The meat and one potato. What is glow-up culture? That is a great question. Do you have an answer for us, Sandy?
Yes, I do, Miss Faith. For me, glow-up culture, or actually after also searching up what glow-up culture is, it's usually a drastic change in either like physical change or aesthetics. Most of the time, and also mental glow-up, like mental changes. Usually society emphasizes more the beauty and the looks when it comes to glow-ups. But what do you think?
Yes, from what I was reading, it is a significant transformation that leads to an improvement in one's life. Mm-hmm. It could be physical, mm-hmm. emotional, psychological. No. It could be external, internal. It could have to do with careers, finances, different things, but as I've noted as well, normally people tend to focus on the physical aspect of glowing up.
Yeah, and when I first heard about glowing up and that term and that word and everything to do with it, it was on TikTok actually. And also to be frankly honest with you, it was years and years and years before on YouTube. But the more I hear about it, it was like, oh, how to get your crush to like you, how to glow up in 30 days, how to be the best version of yourself physically. But I didn't hear a lot about mentally and emotionally how to be the best version of yourself. It's just so sad to see on TikTok, Instagram, all these social media platforms, people are like, oh, you need to have your eyebrows laminated, you need to have your lashes done, you need to be skinny or I don't know, curvy or whatever it might be. You need to be this certain body type so that people could like you. You need to be like Kim Kardashian. You need to be like these models. You need to be like that so your crush can finally notice you. It really affected me growing up because I would see all these different videos of like how to do this and that so you can look prettier. It's always fixating on looks or aesthetics, those type of videos that gain more popularity. Have you ever seen any of these types of videos, Faith?
Yes, I will see a lot. Like, I'm on YouTube a lot, and a lot of the times I'll be like, oh, join me, like, glow up in 48 hours, like, kind of stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so most of the things I see with these shorter, like, glow up content formats is that it's all based on, like, the physical appearance. And so it'll be like, oh, like getting my hair done, my nails, teeth whitened, mm-hmm. eyebrows done, eyelashes, fake tan, all these things. And it's like we're trying to make glowing up something like very short and quick and
physical.
Yeah, superficial. Mm-hmm. And so it's a bit like it can be very overwhelming mm-hmm. because like sometimes I'll see that I'm like, damn, I haven't done my nails in a while. I haven't done whatever it is, and it kind of makes you feel a bit like, at least for me, it makes me feel a bit like, okay, like, when was the last time I did that? But I think glowing up shouldn't be something that's quick, superficial. It should be something that's more long term, something that you work towards. It shouldn't only be about looks.
Mm-hmm.
It should also be about like internal things, different things other than just appearance.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think glowing up is very costly. The idea of society's glowing up is very costly. And when it comes to like getting your lashes done, getting your hair done, getting this and that in 48 hours so you can be so beautiful and you can have a major glow up. To care for yourself and it's good to invest in yourself, but it's definitely not because it shouldn't be the focus to be glowing up or be the best version of yourself physically. It could also be the best version of yourself mentally, emotionally, things like that, that will take care of you in the long run. Because all these things that you have to keep up with, first of all, they're very costly. Second of all, we're all gonna age and look different. And I think a lot of people mistake aging as a bad thing. And I think every age has its beauty. And I think it's really empowering to be 40 and not be changing your looks to look 20, you know? There are some benefits when it comes to glowing up, and there are some negatives. So, like, when it comes to glowing up, there is some sort of freedom and independence feel. Like, especially as a person who grew up in a cultured household where things are set to be in a certain way, like growing up and like doing my hair differently, cutting my hair, which for the longest time that was a big no-no for my mom. She didn't like it. But as I grew up and like changed up my hairstyle or how I do my nails or this or that, it made me feel happier in a way. It made me feel confident. It made me feel free, you know? And it's like a self-discovery journey where you see what you like, what you don't like, and it doesn't have to necessarily be major. It doesn't have to be absurd like the glow up culture seems to be. Um, and it's like an exciting experience where you're like trying this and that and experimenting and it's a beautiful journey of self-discovery in a way. But some things that are not the best when it comes to glowing up culture is definitely the efforts you have to keep up with, like paying this amount of money to do your hair differently, doing your nails every 2 weeks, very costly, doing your lashes, your eyebrows. Nothing is cheap nowadays, guys. And being a girl is expensive. It's very expensive. And so it's kind of hard to keep up with society's idea of beauty or glowing up or whatsoever. But it's really important to do things for yourself because it makes you feel happy and confident. And it doesn't have to be necessarily physical. It could also be things like going on a walk, taking care of your physical health, going to the gym if it's accessible to you, listening to music, reading a book. A lot of different things that could definitely help you glow up as a person. And it doesn't have to be major in the sense of cost wise. You don't have to spend so much money on it. And you also don't have to fixate on it and look in the mirror so much. What do you think?
Yeah, I think there are some pros to it. Like, it could be something fun, like a little not self-care, but like it could be like a little treat for yourself to go get your nails done, go get your hair lined up, your
Lined up? Do you get your hair lined up often, Faith?
No, I don't. But I'm just saying, like, it's not only expensive for women, it could be expensive for everyone because
Absolutely.
a lot of people do try to they try to participate in glow up culture, and it is very like focused on looks. And so I find it's a bit disappointing because there are so many things other than your looks that you can kind of like
Be as a person. Like, you're not only your looks, you're not only what your body type is, You're a person, you have a personality, you have traits to you. There's a lot more to you than just what you look like. How do you behave? That's very important. Why don't we fixate on that? Why do we fixate on what we look like?
Yeah.
And why do we listen to celebrities and like people who have a lot of money when it comes to what I should look like and what should I take? Like growing up on Instagram, I would always see those gummy bears. Girl, have you seen those gummy bears that they would advertise for weight loss or to look curvy or whatever?
No, I wasn't on social media a lot.
And you're blessed, honestly. It's such a beautiful thing not to be on social media from a young age. But I would just see these gummies that this person is having, and this is how they look like. And they're like, you want to look like me? You want to have the perfect skin? Get on those gummies. You want to have longer hair? Get on those gummies. And those gummies do nothing. They absolutely do nothing. But don't listen to those people. I often would fall into that trap. Like I remember Kim Kardashian girl said once that she sleeps with a corset on or something like along those lines. Don't quote me on it. But I started sleeping with a corset on for weeks on end just because I wanted to look like her. When I was just beautifully and perfectly made the way I am. Why do I have to look like her? She's beautiful in her own way, but I don't need to look like her. Right? So it's very important to keep that in mind. We also, no matter what you do, if you're on the same diet, on the same exercise regimen as this person, you're not going to look like them, even if you try your hardest. If you have a certain feature to you, like your face looks, I don't know, a bit different than someone else, and they have this $20,000 skincare regimen, you're not going to look like them, even if you try. There have been so many times where I go to Sephora and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna buy this brand, insert really expensive brand, so my skin can like slay, you know? When I just needed to go to my doctor and talk to my doctor and they helped me out with that, you know? And yeah, just don't settle for these expensive regimens and these expensive routines and whatnot just because you need to look a certain way. Then we're all gonna look like each other, bro. That's so scary. Why would we all look like each other? Where's the beauty in that? I remember at one point I went to church and every guy in church had the same exact haircut. And while it's so okay to have a haircut that is popular, that people like, whatever, it's very important for you to like it yourself. And I was looking at everyone. I remember asking Faith, I was like, why does everybody look the same today? Like, what's happening? And it's okay to have that haircut again if you like it, if you enjoy it for yourself, but don't just do it because it's popular, because everybody looks like it and everybody enjoys it, so that way it should look, you should look like that. Absolutely not. Like I was like tripping. I was like, oh my god, why does everybody have the same haircut? Who's which is which, girl?
Yeah, I think it's important, like, for globe culture, don't try to fit a certain aesthetic that's being, like, that's floating around in the media. You do want to participate in globe culture. Don't only fixate on the physical aspect, fixate on different
aspects, yeah. Spiritually, emotionally, physically.
I think, again, like I was saying before, it can be something gradual. It can be something that you can do over time, that you can do all the time. It doesn't have to be something that one weekend you decide, like, I'm gonna go on this big glow up, like, adventure this weekend, you know? And so there are so many different things that you can glow up, so many different areas that you can glow up in, whether it be financial, it can be education wise, career wise, spiritually, like Sandra said, emotionally. So many different things that you can do. You don't have to only look at the physical aspect. What happens is people's insecurities are kind of taken advantage of. And then globe culture, different, like I got an ad from Amazon being like, oh hey, glow up, something, we'll put it on the screen somewhere, but like glow up 40% off on your glow up essentials, something like that. And it's like, it's very costly, psychologically and financially, to always be trying to glow up.
Absolutely.
in a drastic way.
Yeah.
Like it can be something that you can do gradually, it can be something that you can work on all the time, but not have at the center of your actions. Like it doesn't have to be something that you are fixating on, it can be something that you can work on little by little. And again, it can
Mm-hmm.
be gradual. You don't have to do it within 48 hours during a weekend. There are so many different ways you can glow up, so many different things you can do.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure to take care of yourself just regularly. Check in
Yeah.
with yourself. Try to see on things you can improve and improve on them in a healthy way, not a drastic
Mm-hmm.
kind of toxic, obsessive manner. You have to do everything in a way that isn't harming yourself.
Absolutely. And I think it's very important to know your intention when doing anything. Like, why am I going on this diet? Is it because I want my gut to feel healthier and I want to move more freely in my body? Or is it because I want to look like XYZ? Why do I consider getting this surgery on my face? Is it because I really want to be accepted by society, or is it something that will make me happier in the wrong run, or is it something that is hard for me to deal with? Like, talk to people that you trust. Talk to a professional when you make like extreme changes or when you want to make extreme changes as well, or even gradual change. I think professionals could also give you a good input and help you get to your goals closer in a healthier manner. Look up SMART goals. I think that helped me a lot. They're smaller kind of goals that are attainable to keep. Don't just have the all in or out mentality, because I used to have that and it would genuinely make things worse for me.
You want something that's realistic for
Mm-hmm.
yourself, something that's healthy, something that's attainable,
Mm-hmm.
and something that's sustainable. You don't want to jump into something and kind of let it take over your life. You want to be in control
Mm-hmm.
in a healthy way where you can see improvements to yourself.
Absolutely. And not because a YouTuber did it on YouTube, you're supposed to do the same experience and you'll be just fine. These people make content for living and they're adults. Maybe you're not an adult watching this. Please don't do anything that is extreme or you think is a fast solution to whatever set problem is. Remember, fast does not equal good. I realized that the hard way. Whatever it is, fast is not always the best. Because when things are not growing at a steady pace, they're often easier to destruct in a matter of seconds, in a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, just keep that in mind and don't listen to everything that's said on TikTok or YouTube. Even us, if it's not good information for you, don't take it. If it's not information that you see on other trusted sources, don't go for it. If your doctor didn't advise you, don't do it. If someone said go on a banana diet and you go on a 30-day banana diet because I said so, because you look up to me, perhaps, which I hope you don't look up to me. I'm just as human as you are. But, and you go on that diet just because someone said so, you're probably gonna overdose on potassium. Who knows? But yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's important to note that
Mm-hmm.
globe culture and these kind of things, they aren't only directed towards one specific
Mm-hmm.
demographic. It affects everyone because everyone does have like people have their own insecurities. Um it's not only one specific demographic that
Mm-hmm.
deals with insecurity. And so, of course, I feel like it definitely is targeted towards younger women or just
Mm-hmm.
women in general. But everyone does definitely fall prey or can fall prey to globe
Absolutely.
culture and the toxicity of it. So everyone should be trying to see what's best for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter who you are, it is easy to see these kinds of trends and maybe feel a certain kind of way about yourself or maybe feel like you want to participate in anything or whatever
Mm-hmm.
it may be. But it's important to note that no matter who you are, you have to do what's best for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The media doesn't always have your best interests at
No.
heart. Different trends aren't always considerate of your circumstances.
It's not a one size fits all. It's not a solution to everyone's answers. They don't know your life. They don't know your life story. They don't know how you grew up. They don't know your family. They don't know your financial situation. They don't know anything about you. Most of the time, they're trying to sell you a product. There, I said it. They're trying to sell you that foundation. They're trying to sell you that gummy. They're trying to sell you that corset. They're trying to sell you something. You're not a picky bank, okay? You're not a social experiment. You're not a lab rat. A lab rat. A rat that's being tested in a lab. You're not that. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. Not that rats are ugly, but like you're beautiful. You're made this way for a reason. You look like this way for a reason. You're perfectly and wonderfully made. And if there wasn't someone who looked like Faith, how would I know this kind of beauty? How would I know that? How do I know that beauty exists in different ways and in different looks? And I think like people's defaults that society creates, I think they're so beautiful. Like I think pimples look beautiful. Argue with me. I'm just joking, but I think freckles are beautiful. For the longest time people were trying to hide freckles. Now they're in trend. They were already there. People were already made that way, but they looked different. So that way people thought, oh no, they look different. This is not us as a society. We have to like look a certain way. So no. So yeah, don't listen to society because your freckles right now are a trend, but back in the day they weren't. What happened? What changed? Are we selling a product right now? I think so. Your curly hair was not a trend back then. Now it is. Why is it a trend now? I think because they're trying to sell you a product. So therefore, your curly hair was just as beautiful back then as it is now. Same goes to everything. Just be healthy and happy. That's all you can do. And it's easier said than done. We always strive to be healthier and happy. But again, it's easier said than done. But at least we're trying to glow up in that way.
Yeah.
Any final words for the viewers, Miss Faith?
I guess globe culture isn't like completely bad. I think sometimes there are things where there are people who are genuinely trying to improve themselves in their lives. Mm-hmm. So we can't generalize, but for the most part, I feel like it can take advantage of people's insecurities or their wants to improve, to be more beautiful, to be more whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. And so
don't fall into that trap.
Yeah. Do what's best for you. Mm-hmm. Work on yourself. Do the best you can to work on yourself all the time instead of having these little periods of glowing up. Mm-hmm. Focus on yourself. Focus on what's best for you. And yeah.
You know what's best for you. So go at it, baby. Chase your dreams and love one another. Treat others with kindness. Because when you're sad on the inside trying to fixate on glowing up externally, la 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 la, this and that, I often used to be miserable to others and myself. It starts with the misery within me, and then it reflects on others around me. But yeah, we love you guys so much, and it's been Sandra Malwan
and Faith Spinell.
Have a wonderful day.